The Empire saw Earth as defenseless. They learned their mistake quickly. Even a minor fleet could crush them. No one could imagine that humans were patient, careful, and strong in ways the Empire had never seen. On Earth, life went on mostly as it always had. Cities stretched across continents, oceans sparkled in the sunlight, and people lived their lives without thinking much about the stars. Yet hidden under the streets of many cities, and far above the atmosphere, humans were quietly preparing. They had long known that one day, the stars would take notice. Earth's leaders had made careful plans, not for conquest, but for survival. Alex Carter walked down the quiet corridor of a command center beneath the Rocky Mountains. The lights were soft, the hum of computers steady. Around him, technicians worked, checking systems and reviewing data. Some screens showed stars, others showed the movements of ships far from Earth. Alex was tall and lean, with sharp eyes that seemed to see more than the rest. He had been trained to notice small details, things that others missed. "Commander Carter," a voice said from a nearby console. It was Laura Bennett, a civilian strategist who had been working with the military for over a decade. "We've got new signals coming in from the outer system. Imperial probes are moving faster than we expected." She had short brown hair and a serious look that rarely changed, but her eyes were sharp. "They think Earth will panic. They think we will surrender." The Empire had sent scouts and small warships, not expecting resistance. Their commanders were confident. They believed the humans could not react in time, yet they did not know that humanity had already seen them. Every probe, every ship, every small fleet that entered the solar system had been tracked for years. In the command center, maps of the solar system glowed on the walls. Red dots showed incoming ships, while blue dots represented human defenses. Alex walked slowly along the wall, his fingers brushing over the screen. "We need to stay calm," he said. "They are testing us, not attacking yet. Let them think they are in control. Let them come, we are ready." His voice was quiet, but there was steel in it. On the surface of Earth, ordinary people went about their day. Children played in parks, cars moved through streets, and markets buzzed with life. No one outside the military command centers knew that the Empire had sent ships into the system. To most humans, the stars were beautiful and distant, not a place of danger. Yet hidden beneath their cities, in tunnels and bunkers, humans had built networks of weapons, ships, and defenses. They had trained for years, learning to act fast, move silently, and strike with precision. On the Imperial side, Captain Darius Von studied his fleet from the bridge of his command ship. The vessel was large, with weapons capable of destroying planets. He was confident, smiling as he looked at the small blue planet below. "We will show them the power of the Empire," he said. His officers nodded. They believed that fear alone could force surrender. Von had never seen humans before. He had heard stories from other systems, tales of primitive armies that had fallen easily. He expected the same here. Yet he did not know that humanity was different. Humans were not the fastest or the strongest in the galaxy, but they had something many others lacked: patience, ingenuity, and the willingness to act together when the time was right. Back in the command center, Alex and his team worked silently. Systems blinked and hummed as they processed data. Satellites scanned the outer planets, and sensors deep in the asteroid belt picked up faint movements. "They are moving closer," said Ryan Cole, a young officer who monitored communications. His voice was steady, but there was excitement in his eyes. "They still think we are defenseless. One wrong move, and they could see more than we want them to." Even the smallest vessel could destroy an Imperial scout if used correctly. Humanity had prepared for years, and now the time to reveal that preparation was approaching. On the Empire's side, scouts moved closer to Earth. They fired probes and scanned the planet for defenses. Von laughed as he watched the screens. "Look at them," he said to his officers. "Nothing. No serious weapons, no large fleet. This will be easy." As the sun set over the Pacific, the first faint lights appeared in the sky. Not stars, but ships moving quietly in orbit, cloaked from most sensors. Human pilots like Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris prepared in their cockpits, checking every system. Their faces were calm, but inside their hearts beat fast with anticipation. They had trained for this moment their entire lives. They had dreamed of the day humanity would be recognized, not as weak, but as strong. Deep inside a bunker in Nevada, Alex reviewed the final data. "They will test us first," he said. "They will not attack in force yet, but when they do, we will be ready." He stared at the glowing dots on the screen. "Soon," he said finally, "soon enough." They were confident, as always, that the galaxy's power was enough to crush a small, quiet planet. But Earth had waited. Humans had learned from every attack, every war, every mistake in their history. They had studied the stars, learned to build machines, and prepared strategies that no one could predict. They were patient, knowing that the right moment to act was more important than rushing to fight. On Earth, life went on around the hidden centers of power. Outside, children laughed, rivers flowed, and cities glimmered in the evening light. Inside, humans were ready. Every officer, every strategist, every technician knew their part. They did not need to show strength yet. They only needed to wait. As night fell across the planet, Alex walked along the balcony of the command center, looking at the stars. The first Imperial ships had crossed the orbit of Mars. They were closer than anyone expected. Yet Alex felt calm. He knew that the humans of Earth were ready for this moment. In a quiet office, Laura checked the communication lines. Signals were strong but encrypted. The Empire could see nothing. Not the hidden weapons, not the ships, not the careful planning. Humanity was invisible, patient, and precise. Ryan Cole came to Alex. "Commander, they are moving faster now. Scouts are reporting anomalies near Jupiter. Our moment will come, and when it does, they will learn the mistake of underestimating us." Ships slowly moved into position in tunnels, caves, and orbit. Humans checked every system, every weapon, every sensor. Pilots practiced maneuvers over and over, waiting for the signal to act. The Empire thought Earth was defenseless. They thought it would fall easily. But humans had learned one lesson from all of history. Patience and preparation were stronger than pride and fear. Alex looked out at the sky one last time before heading back inside. "Soon," he whispered, "they will see who we really are." They had assumed Earth was small, defenseless, and unworthy of attention. But humans had a different plan. And when the first strike finally came, it would teach the Empire a lesson they would never forget. The Imperial scouts moved closer to Earth, still believing that the humans would not fight. Captain Darius Vaughn watched the readings from his bridge, confident. "They have nothing," he said. "No fleet, no serious defenses. This will be easy." His officers nodded, trusting his experience, but none of them had ever faced a species like humanity. On Earth, Alex Carter and his team observed the movement silently. Every Imperial ship, every probe, every signal was tracked. The humans did not panic. They were calm, patient, and ready. Alex knew that the Empire's confidence would be their greatest weakness. "They think we are defenseless," he said. "Let them think that until the moment is right. Prepare the strike teams. Make sure every pilot is ready. Every system must be perfect." They were designed to appear weak, but each one carried weapons that could destroy a fleet much larger than itself. The pilots checked their systems again and again, making sure nothing was missed. Ryan Cole monitored the Empire's signals from the command center. "They are moving closer to Mars now. They are not expecting anything," he said. Alex smiled. "Then let's show them the truth." In the Imperial fleet, Captain Vaughn was still confident. "Send the scouts closer," he ordered. "We will make first contact, and then they will understand the power of the Empire." The Empire's officers dismissed them. "Nothing important," they said. "Just cosmic debris. Earth is unprepared." Small, fast vessels appeared like shadows, almost invisible against the darkness of space. Each pilot knew their target, each weapon was calibrated. They had waited for this moment for years. Maya Brooks led her team through the shadows, keeping close to the larger human ships that had stayed hidden. Daniel Harris followed, checking his systems. "Target acquired," he said. "Ready to fire." "Fire." "How are they moving so fast?" The scouts tried to fight back, but they were unprepared for the tactics, the speed, and the precision of human pilots. Alex Carter watched the battle unfold on his screen. Every strike, every movement had been anticipated. "They are learning the wrong lesson," he said. "They think they can retreat and regroup. They cannot." "Send reinforcements," he ordered. "We cannot lose the scouts. We cannot lose the first strike." The Empire's ships, large and powerful, were too slow to respond. Meanwhile, on Earth, Alex and Laura monitored everything. They could see the full battle, and they could see the Empire's growing confusion. "This is going better than expected," Alex said. "They are learning too late." Several Imperial scouts were destroyed, and the rest were forced to retreat. The Empire had expected an easy victory, but instead they faced losses they had never imagined. Vaughn slammed his fist on the console. "How is this possible?" he shouted. His officers were silent, their confidence shattered. "Send a message to the Council. We are facing resistance. Prepare the main fleet immediately." But humans were patient, clever, and brave. Every move the Empire made had been anticipated. Every strike had a counter. Every mistake would be punished. In orbit, Daniel Harris and Maya Brooks regrouped with their teams. They had struck swiftly, disappearing into the shadows before the Imperial ships could react. "They didn't see us coming," Daniel said, breathing heavily. Maya smiled. "They never do. They assume they are stronger. That is their mistake. They will hesitate, and hesitation is dangerous for them." He had believed in the Empire's superiority, but he could not deny the evidence. "They are stronger than we thought," he admitted quietly. On Earth, no one was celebrating. Humans prepared for the next move. They knew the Empire would not give up easily. The hidden fleet moved into new positions, ready to strike again if needed. Every pilot, every crew member, every officer knew their role. Alex Carter walked through the command center, checking on each station. "Stay alert," he said. "They will regroup. They will come again, but we are ready. The Empire will never forget it." They believed they could dominate any world, but they had underestimated patience, planning, and courage. Humans had waited for this moment for generations, and now, when the Empire had tested them, humans had responded with precision, speed, and skill that no one could have imagined. As dawn broke over the Atlantic, Alex Carter looked at the rising sun. The first strike was complete, but the war had just begun. The Empire had learned one lesson: Earth was not what it seemed, and the humans, quiet and patient, were ready for whatever came next. The first strike had changed everything. The Empire had assumed weakness, and they had been proven wrong. Humans had revealed a glimpse of their strength, and the Empire would never underestimate them again. Alex turned to Laura. "This is only the beginning," he said. "We showed them we are ready. Next, we will show them our true power." The humans had waited silently, hidden and precise. Now the first strike had shown the truth. The Empire's mistake had been made. The question was how quickly they would recover before the humans struck again. In the darkness of space, human ships moved like shadows, ready for the next challenge. The Empire had learned their lesson in the first strike, but the humans had only just begun to teach them. And on Earth, life went on, quiet and calm, while beneath the surface, the humans waited, ready for whatever came next. The Empire was shaken after the first strike. Captain Darius Vaughn sat in silence on the bridge of his command ship, staring at the damage reports. The scouts had been destroyed, and several minor ships had been damaged in ways he had never expected. His officers shifted nervously around him. The Empire had always assumed it was unstoppable. Now that assumption was in question. "Send reinforcements immediately," Vaughn ordered. "We cannot lose more ships. Prepare the main fleet for deployment. Earth cannot escape us." Every ship, every crew, and every officer knew that the Empire would respond with larger forces. "They will come with more ships," Alex said. "We must be ready for everything." Pilots like Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris checked their systems again. They had fought small fleets before, but this time they were preparing for the full force of the Empire. Every shot, every maneuver, every target had been calculated in advance. They were fast, precise, and coordinated in ways that no alien fleet could anticipate. On the Imperial side, the main fleet gathered near Mars. Thousands of ships, large and small, lined up in formation. Vaughn watched the preparations with growing anxiety. "We are stronger than they are," he said. "We must not fail." They did not see the reserve ships waiting in shadows, ready to appear where they were least expected. As the Empire moved closer to Earth, human ships began to engage in precise attacks. Small vessels struck first, targeting supply lines and communication arrays. The Empire tried to respond, but their larger ships were too slow to match the agility of human craft. Every move they made had a counter. Every weapon fired at humans was predicted and avoided. Alex watched the screens calmly. "They are trying to force their way in," he said. "Let them. Every step they take leads them into our plan. Look at their formations. They are breaking apart. They will never see it coming." They aimed for major cities, expecting resistance to be minimal. But humans had prepared defenses around every major area. Atmospheric weapons, energy shields, and automated drones made the first approach deadly. Imperial ships were damaged before they could reach the planet's surface. Vaughn watched in disbelief. "They are stronger than we thought," he said. "Every city, every region has defenses." "How is this possible?" Every attack by the Empire was met with a response that was faster and more precise. Laura Bennett checked the systems again. "Their main fleet is taking heavy losses," she said. "The first strike was only a warning. Now they are paying the price for underestimating us. Supply lines were cut, communications jammed, and every attack met a response humans had calculated in advance. Vaughn realized the Empire had made a huge mistake. They are not just defending, he said quietly. They are attacking with strategy, precision, and foresight. They are not primitive. They are organized. The humans would reveal more of their strength now. Move the reserves into position, he said. Show them the full force. Explosions lit the darkness of space as massive ships were disabled. Maya Brooks led her squad through the chaos, striking supply convoys and smaller fleets. Daniel Harris moved alongside her, coordinating attacks with other pilots. They cannot predict us all, Maya said. We are everywhere they are not looking. Ships were damaged faster than repairs could be made. Officers tried to maintain order, but panic was spreading. Vaughn's voice shook as he ordered counterattacks, but humans anticipated each move. Every strike was precise, every defense coordinated. Back on Earth, Alex Carter watched the reports. This is what we trained for, he said. They wanted to test us. They wanted to see if we would fall. Now they are learning that we cannot be underestimated. They had observed the Empire, studied its tactics, and prepared a response that was calculated to exploit every weakness. In space, Daniel Harris fired the last salvo at a group of Imperial ships attempting to retreat. They won't make it, he said. They are trapped in our plan. Every strike counts. They are stronger than any report suggested, stronger than we imagined. Their fleet is scattered, their command disrupted. Vaughn stared at the stars. How can a planet like this have such power? How can they coordinate so well? Humans had revealed more than just their strength. They had revealed their intelligence, their strategy, and their ability to act as one. Every officer, every pilot, and every crew member was part of a larger plan, moving with precision and purpose. On the surface of Earth, ordinary people continued their lives, unaware of the full scale of the battle above. Yet beneath them, humans fought with skill and courage that no one in the Empire had expected. The first strike had shocked the Empire. The second, full-scale engagement, revealed the true mistake of underestimating Earth. Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris regrouped with their teams. They thought they could scare us, Maya said. They were wrong. They never expected coordination like this. They will remember today. We showed them a fraction of our power. The Empire thought this was an easy conquest. They were wrong. They are learning the hard way. The Empire had suffered heavy losses, and the message was clear. Earth was not defenseless. It was patient, organized, and powerful. The humans did not celebrate. They knew the Empire would return, perhaps with even greater force. But for now, they had shown their strength. They had revealed that patience, preparation, and intelligence were more powerful than pride and overconfidence. Alex Carter turned to Laura Bennett. The Empire now knows the truth, he said. Earth cannot be underestimated, but we must remain vigilant. The war is not over. But beneath that calm, humans waited, ready for whatever came next. They had revealed a glimpse of their true strength, and the Empire had learned a lesson that it would never forget. The full-scale attack had ended, but humanity had proven one thing: patience, preparation, and unity could overcome even the greatest force in the galaxy. The Empire had seen Earth as defenseless, and they had learned, too late, the cost of their mistake. And on Earth, life continued quietly, as if nothing had changed, while humanity prepared for the next challenge, stronger and wiser than ever before. The Empire had never expected a response like this. After the second attack, their fleets were scattered, their commanders confused, and their pride shattered. Captain Darius Vaughn stared at the damage reports in disbelief. "We cannot fight them," he said quietly. "They are stronger than we imagined. We have made a terrible mistake. We can still strike at their surface and force surrender." They had anticipated the Empire would bring everything it had to the fight. "They are desperate now," Alex said. "Desperate forces make mistakes. We will use that." Pilots like Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris led attack groups that struck from unexpected angles. Each salvo, each strike was calculated. Nothing was wasted, and everything counted. The Empire's remaining ships could not anticipate the human movements. On the surface, Earth's automated defense systems were ready. Large energy cannons, designed to reach orbit, targeted Imperial ships with deadly accuracy. Satellites provided real-time tracking and targeting, making every human attack precise. Even the smallest Imperial ship could be destroyed in moments if it approached too close. Vaughn's fleet tried to regroup, but it was impossible. The human attacks were coordinated perfectly, and every maneuver the Empire made was countered. Imperial officers grew desperate, shouting orders that were ignored by the chaos of battle. Ships exploded one after another, sending fire and debris into space. Alex Carter watched the battle unfold. "This is what happens when a force underestimates patience and preparation," he said. "They thought they could dominate us easily. Now they are learning the truth. They don't understand what we are capable of." On Earth, Alex Carter coordinated the attacks. "Keep pressure on them," he said. "Do not give them a chance to regroup. Every strike counts. They assumed we were weak. They will pay for that mistake. Prepare to withdraw. We cannot continue this fight. We are losing too many ships. Earth is stronger than any report suggested, stronger than we can fight." Each disabled ship, each blocked escape route, was a lesson in patience, preparation, and courage. Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris led their squads to intercept the final cluster of retreating Imperial ships. "They are trapped," Maya said. "Every escape route is blocked. They need to understand the cost of underestimating humans." "This is the moment they learn the full lesson," he said quietly. "Earth is not defenseless. We are strong, prepared, and united, and they will remember that." Yet beneath the surface, humans had fought a war in silence, waiting for the right moment to show the Empire their true strength. Vaughn watched the remaining Imperial ships retreat. "We were wrong," he said. "Earth is not weak. Earth is powerful. We have learned the hard way. They will think twice before testing us again." The Empire had made a mistake, and humans had ensured that lesson was unforgettable. Maya Brooks and Daniel Harris checked their ships. "They thought they could scare us," Maya said. "They were wrong. They never understood us." The Empire had seen Earth as defenseless, and they had acted with pride and arrogance. Now the humans had shown what patience, preparation, and unity could achieve. Laura Bennett watched him. "They will think twice before ever challenging us again," she said. Alex nodded. "They learned the lesson. Earth is not just a small, weak planet. We are strong. We are prepared. And we will never be underestimated again." But beneath the calm, humans had fought and won a battle that would be remembered across the galaxy. They had shown that patience, strategy, and courage could overcome pride and strength. Alex Carter walked through the command center, watching the teams finalize reports and check systems. "Today, the Empire learned a lesson they will never forget," he said. "And tomorrow, we will continue to prepare. We cannot rely on luck. We cannot allow them to test us again." Their ships were checked and repaired, ready for the next challenge. "They thought they could dominate us," Maya said, "but we showed them the truth." Humanity had proven its strength, patience, and courage. Earth was no longer a planet to be underestimated. Laura Bennett joined him. "We won this battle," she said quietly, "but we must stay vigilant. The galaxy will not forget this, and neither will we. The galaxy must learn that Earth is strong, and humans will not be defenseless again." They only sought to be respected, to protect their home, and to show the universe that patience, preparation, and courage were forces more powerful than the Empire had ever imagined. And as the sun rose over the continents, Earth remained calm, quiet, and strong, while humanity waited, ready for whatever came next. The Empire had seen Earth as defenseless, and they had learned their mistake quickly. Humanity had spoken through action, and the galaxy would never forget it.